We will discuss about the testing hypothesis. First, we will discuss about the hypothesis. Hypothesis is a testable tentative or professional generalization based on the previous knowledge, and it forms the basis for reasoning. To be more precise and specific, it is deduction based on a series of facts from which the existence of an object or cause and relation of phenomena can be inferred with actual proof, corresponding judgment or conclusional hypothesis. Function of a hypothesis is a offered adequate explanation of a related fact. It helps the selection of appropriate method for testing and verification, helps in the formulation of law explaining fact, helps in drawing conclusion to expand the horizon of knowledge. Features of a good valid hypothesis. It must always provide answer to problem of inquiry. It must simple with very high predictability. It must comply with the observed and established fact and previous knowledge. It must explain the largest possible number of facts. It must be straightforward, definite and unambiguous. Its explanation must be truth to existing state of knowledge. Next is type of hypothesis. There are two group of hypothesis, crude and refined. Crude hypothesis is only indicate kind of data to be collected, and it is does not leads to the formulation of hypothesis. On other hand, refined hypothesis leads to the formation of the theories. Refined hypothesis, there are three kind: simple, ideal and complex. Next is null hypothesis. Null hypothesis is a hypothesis nullified by the evidence of testing. It main objective is to avoid personal base of investigation in collecting data. It put forward on the belief that it might to be true and it could be using in collecting data. Next is formulation of hypothesis. Formulation of hypothesis. A hypothesis presupposes some problems which demand scientific investigation. If there is no problem, no inquiry is needed and no hypothesis is required. This means that hypothesis is formulated for solving a problem, for explaining a phenomena. Analog, induction, deduction, intuition is the formulation of hypothesis. Analog and hypothesis formulation. Analog implies similarity. Previously established knowledge contribute to the formula of a hypothesis through the application of analogies. A hypothesis originating from analog is based on the logic that similar situations or behavior leads to similar result. Induction and deduction in hypothesis formulation. A hypothesis formulation by induction originated from the observation of specific case but reflect in general pattern of phenomena. On the other hand, a hypothesis generated by deduction is based on established scientific knowledge. Next is intuition and hypothesis. Intuition is the ability for directly understanding truth without conscious reasoning or study. It was formerly considered as a special from a conjunctive activity. Intuition is combination with a deductive method may serve from as a universal criteria of truth. So thank you.